Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of the Numbnuts. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna re-record that. Welcome to episode 8 of the Numbnuts podcast. Woo! Yeah, let that intro music play, baby. Ooh, yeah, there it goes. Yeah, sing along. All right. So this episode is going to be a little bit different, as you can tell by the lack of uh, other audio in the background. See, watch, listen. See, done there. Mitch will sadly not be with us today. He just of yesterday, actually, at the time of recording this, on the day that we planned on recording, he sadly lost a family member, which he posted on Twitter. So some of you may have seen that. So of course, he's going to be spending time with his family and talking to loved ones and stuff like that and taking some well-deserved time off. So he will not be with us for this episode of the podcast, and I'll explain why. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. So, of course, I'm not going to force him to record the podcast. He's not going to be with us this week. Of course, he will be with us next week. So if you guys don't have Twitter, you're more than welcome to leave a comment for him to see below, and I'm sure he would love to see it. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Music, or anything similar, just think real hard. And rumor is something will appear under his pillow. It might be a tooth, might be a piece of paper with your thought on it. I don't know. I'll try my best. I can't really pull that many strings. So for this episode, as fast as possible, I tried to find a guest that we could speak with, because I know in a few comments of the first few videos, and actually one comment on our last video, is that you guys do want us to have some guests on the show. Me and Mitch did create the show with the orientation of it being just us two guys having fun, shooting the shit. However, we do want special guests every now and then. Actually, there was a comment last video saying we should do it for episode 10, and that is the plan. I don't know if it'll exactly be episode 10. All of the friends that we play video games with are also YouTubers and streamers, so they have their own schedule that we must abide by. But just know we do plan on having guests for the show soon. But for this episode, of course, last minute, finding someone that has an hour and a half free in their schedule. And I work, I have my own part-time job that I have to go to, and I stream on Twitch. So figuring that out was a huge pain in the ass. At the time of recording this, it's actually almost 1 a.m. So on a Thursday. So when you're listening to this recording, I uploaded this episode 5 hours later, or whatever it took. So that's how cutting it close we got. So now you know I'm up to date. I'm up on the news. I'm up to everything except politics, because I do not care about politics, and we will not talk about that, even though a lot happened. So this episode is only going to be about 30 minutes or so, because I know it doesn't feel right having a podcast without the other half. So I'm just going to shoot the shit and kind of talk to you guys. You're more welcome to listen. I tell you this in the beginning because I know some of you just hate me to your guts. And you can wait until next week to hear from Mitch as well. I'm sure he'll have a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of fun stuff like that. But again, not going to force him to record this week. Hopefully he is doing better. I know he's going to be talking to his family so as well. Indeed. For you guys as listeners, we appreciate you very much. Episode 8, so that's about 2 months in on this episode, if we're counting months as in 4 weeks, which we should. Then we are 2 months into this, which is amazing. I know we're not the biggest YouTube channel on the planet by a long shot, and the view count isn't really that extravagant in getting ads or a bunch of other stuff for the channel. But just know, seeing your guys' comments and the views that you guys do pull for the videos really does make it awesome for us. I am the one that helps edit the podcast, so gives me a lot of drive to do it as well for the long coming future. So thank you guys. We genuinely appreciate it. I know all the dick and butt jokes that we always talk about in between. I try to say thank you, but a genuine thank you to you guys. I hope you're all staying very healthy and happy during the pandemic. It's a pain in the goddamn ass, even if you are living with your parents or well off or secure. There's got to be something that's affecting you. For me, I stay at home, I work and stuff like that, but trying to go get Chili's. I love Chili's. And when it's only takeout, it's just not the same. Coming home to your half warm buffalo wings. I tried inviting the server, what the fuck, the waitress over to serve me, and apparently that's illegal. So I got arrested for that. And in prison, they don't make you wear masks, so not COVID safe whatsoever. Hope none of you have caught COVID, or if you did, I hope you got out of it perfectly fine, of course. I, for one, the way that COVID affected me and my job, in a good and bad way. Bad way that I got, I lost one job and picked up another due to COVID. And good about that is that it gives me more time to focus on Twitch and the podcast. Now, not really anymore because I picked up a new job because I must pay the bills. I must pay for that premium hentai addiction that I so crave. Because, man, those things cost a lot of money for those pages. But I have a new job now. And for the first time in almost over 2 years, it's my first time working directly with customers. Most of the time, I work behind the scenes or behind a computer or on telephones, stuff like that. But this one, I'm actually upfront with the customer, helping them find stuff in the location that I'm at and stuff like that. So, it's good. There is one case I've talked about this a few times off podcast because it just happened 2 days ago. So sorry, I'm an idiot. But with COVID and everything in place, this guy came up to me. He's like, "Hey, do you know where this thing is in your store?" I was like, "Here, let me find out," because I'm new. I have no idea how the aisle system works. I have no idea. You could walk and be like, "Where's this couch?" I'd be like, "Fucking, I don't know, dude. Let's go look." Like, I don't know. So I pulled it up on I have an app on my phone that helps me look through the store. It's just like having anything. And I'm keeping this very like ominous for reasons. Of course, I don't want you guys to find out where I work. The last thing I need is a phone call to my office saying, "Hey, you got a big dickosaurus on the phone for you, Justin," and then I quit. But this guy was like, "Hey, can you find this for me?" And I was scrolling through my phone. I was like, "Sir, I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry." And he was like, and I don't exaggerate with this because okay, if you are a non-believer in COVID, if you're an anti-masker, you don't give a shit about the world, this still breaks the boundaries. I was up against a wall because we were in the corner of one of the aisles that we're in, and I am pressed up against it, and he is looking at my phone, which is fine, but he is like, his chest is on my arm. Like, we are practically hugging. I could look to my left and make out with him. That's how close we were. We were within that range. And I inched a little bit closer into the wall and he just moved right up. And I didn't want to say anything. I don't know. Because usually when you be like, "Sir, excuse me," or like, "Please move," like usually that sets them off, goes, "Oh, well, I'm just trying to," like usually sets them off on a rant. And then what really pissed me off is I'm scrolling. He goes, "Hey, wait, don't touch that." And he grabs my thumb off my, this isn't a work phone. This is my cell phone. He grabs my thumb off my cell phone and then touches my phone with his finger to scroll. Like, oh my God, fucking dude, really? Like, even without COVID, this shit is extreme. Get off me. So nothing happened with that. He eventually left. Funny enough, we never found his item that he was looking for. So he just walked off with a big huff and puff. Oh my God. I'm only like a few days into this job. Luckily, everyone else has been extremely nice to me. They've been extremely patient when I'm like, I don't know where that is. I even had one customer that's like, "Hey, where's this?" And I completely fucking guessed. I was like, "You know what? It might be over there." And then he went to go get it. And I stayed where I was because I was working on something. And he came back. He's like, "Dude, you were right. Here they are." I was like, "Wow, that is fantastic." That was a fucking guess. I'm gonna be honest with you. So that part's been fine. My entire life, I've always had problems with customers because I'm a very nice person. Sorry, I think I had a stroke for a second. I'm an extremely nice person when it comes to customer service, which is a problem because I can be kind of a pushover. Because I've seen my coworkers, someone will be like, "Hey, where's this?" And they go, "There." And like the customer goes, "All right, thanks." Like, it's no, like, "Oh, why did you just say there?" Like, I'm not used to that. I'm over the top. I'm like, "Oh, I think," which is a problem because I don't shut up. Someone will be like, "Can I find this?" And I'll be like, "Oh, it's out of service. However, it might be back tomorrow because we're getting a delivery today." And it's like, no, they don't give a shit. They just want to know where it is. So that's a problem with me. So I feel like that's what gives me a lot of issues with customers, that I'm too nice. They just keep bringing, because I talk for what I can't give. Like, if they say, if I worked at a hotel and they're like, "Hey, is a room available?" I was like, "No." And I wouldn't say that. I'd be like, "No, but we're at full occupancy today," which is weird because it's New Year's Eve, but it's COVID. There might be one free later. And then they go, "Oh, well, can you call me when it's free?" And now I'm forced to write down their fucking phone number and call them on my personal time to tell them like, "Hey, by the way, a room's empty." Oh, nope, now it's gone. Like, I talk too much As I'm known within my friends, I have a golden shovel that sometimes I just need to set down because I keep digging myself into deeper holes. Because I'm just so nice. I want to help people out. I want to make their fucking day. When they come to the store, they're like, I came looking for shit pills, whatever those things are, laxatives. And this guy just gave me the full tour. He even recommended some laxatives to me. And he tried it right in front of me and he showed me how it works. He just started shitting on the tile. Oh my God, fucking dropping it. So that's the kind of worker I aim to be. However, due to my current job, now working around customers, my legs are killing me because I'm used to an office job, like I said, and at this rate, with how swole I am, my calves, I could probably clear a building. I could probably jump straight up into my attic right now and find all those rats and kill them. Start throwing them against shit. Like I feel my legs feel ripped in a bad way though. Man, they fucking hurt. Because I'm working like 7 days in a row, so I don't get a break. I don't get a break to rest my legs for a day. Be like, a day off to, put some lotion on them. Go see what? Get a pedicure? What are those people called? It's not a podiatrist, 'cause that's a doctor. Fucking a pedicurist? No, there's no way. It's just called getting a pedicure, yeah? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Don't correct me, please. It hurts my self-esteem. And it's already low enough. Please don't. But yeah, if anyone's listening to this and you guys are of younger age, and by younger I mean younger than the point of getting your own job or like going into like an actual career, I highly recommend, of course, it's completely your choice. If any other options show up, take them. However, working in food service or customer service, so I worked at Panda Express, for example, working at McDonald's, Panda Express, Subway, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, anything that is retail slash food service upfront with the customer, it may sound daunting. That's always the joke. Like, oh, you're gonna go work for McDonald's. Like that's always a joke. It actually is amazing because one, who cares about the job? Wherever you go, unless, it really is that thing you really like. No one's ever really liking their job. Everyone's there for money or everyone's there just to get by, unless it is their dream job to work at McDonald's. Um, it's your coworkers that make or break the job. If you work at McDonald's and you hate serving burgers, but your coworkers are hilarious and you make friends with them, then perfect. You like going to work now. But I recommend getting into those jobs because for the purpose of you're going to go through some shit. If you work at McDonald's or Panda Express, I worked at Panda Express, like I said, God forbid I accidentally dropped one wrong piece of food in their bowl. Fucking, oh my God, had to shut down the building. I get launched over the glass and thrown into the ground to get curb stomped. You know what I mean? Like taking shit from customers and getting yelled at. As much as it sucks, like you appreciate it later because it really thickens your skin and helps you with customer service because you understand people are just people. That's not me. You could spill. I could be on an airplane, and no, I could be in a restaurant, and a waitress could come up and throw hot soup in my lap, and I would apologize to her for no reason. Like that's the kind of person I am. There is obviously a breaking point. If something happens to me due to a worker and it's completely their fault, I'm gonna be like, hey, that wasn't nice. But I'm not the kind of person to fucking shout out at them and just, ruin their day. And that's why. Because I've been in their position. When you work at Panda Express and you get yelled at by a customer, the next time you go to Panda Express, you're not going to yell at the employee for doing something. Like one of my coworkers didn't get that. There was this woman, if any of you haven't been to Panda Express, you can get a bowl or a plate. A bowl has one entree of chicken or whatever the fuck you want. And the plate has two. You can get chicken and shrimp, chicken and fucking more chicken, whatever the fuck you want. Chicken and chicken. And this woman didn't know how it worked and she was trying to ask. And my coworker just threw the plate up in the air and went, oh God, and just walked past me as I was walking out after washing my hands. And I was like, what's up? She's like, you deal with her. I was like, oh, okay. And of course, being me, the happy go-getter I am, walked up like, hi, ma'am, how can I help you? And the poor fucking woman went, I guess she didn't want to help me. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Let me help you. What would you want? She's like, I want 2 entrees. I was like, oh, so you want a plate? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, what's so fucking hard to understand with the last girl? And then that girl quit like 2 days later. Like I said, some people just aren't cut out for it, which is okay. You need to go through it. I'm not your parents. Please don't, if you have a job at some fantastic place, don't leave and be like, you know what? I do need to go to McDonald's. Fuck this. Nah, it's just it's a really good thing to have in your mindset. It's a really good skill that you guys have probably heard. Sorry, I just hit the mic twice. You guys have probably heard every old person say, you need a good building block skill to build your life off of. Hey, go work in that graveyard shift at the cemetery. You're going to learn some skills. You're going to get some stuff on your resume. You know, when you go apply at Best Buy, they may see, oh, look, he knows how to bury bodies. Perfect. You know, whatever the fuck. You ever, when you guys start growing up, it's weird. I say this to, I don't fucking know how old any of you are. I can't say anything. We have demographics from Spotify and YouTube that tell us how old our viewers are. However, I don't believe that whatsoever, because I know for a fact as a kid, I faked my age on YouTube just so I could watch anything I want. I wasn't doing anything extreme, but most of the videos that had cussing in them, it said you had to verify your age. So you're damn right I faked my age. Who does it on the internet at this point? So I don't trust our analytics. So I don't know how any fucking old you guys are. You guys could all be 50, and I'm just talking to a bunch of grandpas about working at McDonald's. But if any of you are still growing up with your parents, you hate it. You hate to see it, but you're going to realize that like most of the stupid shit they do actually makes sense. Like, I'll tell you what, when I grew up, I was a piece of shit. All right. I threw tantrums 24/7. I made my mom's life a living hell, and then my stepdad a living hell. You know, I tried to jump off a cliff once. Not like, you know, fuck life. Like, as a kid, I just ran towards a cliff. This is a true story. Just ran towards it, just arms out, like, fucking free air. And fucking, my stepdad just saved my life, basically, just by grabbing me. So I was a piece of shit. So you can bet that I got the belt to the ass plenty of times. And now, looking back on it, I probably should have gotten beaten more. It was good. Really put those lessons into place. I really learned. Oh yeah, did I cry and fucking hate my life? Hell yeah, I did. But damn, seeing some of the people walking around nowadays, seems like some people need to go back. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should hit children. I'm just saying some children do deserve to get hit. There's no way to take that nicely. I don't know if anyone will get that. I'm not condoning just beating shit at your kids. I feel like there's a certain threshold. I'm nowhere near having kids my own. But like, I don't know, if I came home and a bag of flour was knocked over and, you know, that shit's all over the floor, I'll boo-hoo, I have to mop. Not gonna fucking hang him by his ankles and start shaking him around the house. I don't know who the fuck has a bag of flour in their house. You see that in every goddamn like Disney movie, cartoon, whatever it is. There's always a bag of flour somehow. You either throw it in someone's face or a kid steps in it and it goes everywhere. That's always how it works in every movie. I've never once been into someone's house and there's just a bag of flour. Like they're just ready to bake a cake whenever the occasion comes. So, I don't know how that fucking works. But anyways, what was I was talking about? Somehow this had to do with hitting your kids. Yeah, if they knocked over a bag of flour, I wouldn't be that mad. But like, if I came home and my son threw my daughter, his sister, through the wall and then down into the downstairs kitchen all the way from upstairs, one, I need to make sure her spine isn't cracked in half. And then two, I am going to beat his ass because holy shit, does he deserve it. There's no amount of beating that can equate to what that hospital bill is going to be because holy shit. But, you know, that's a time for the future. No one write this down. No one get ready for all this. This is a horrible topic. See, like I said, that golden shovel, I got to put it down. We got to turn this shit around. We got to spin these gears. What else has been going on? Nothing really. You know, I'm in that mood, baby. I said I like to stream on Twitch whenever I get the chance, whenever I'm not super tired, whenever I don't work. Try to do it at least 5 days a week. Sometimes that proves difficult because I also want to have a personal life with my loved ones. I'm constantly battling between, there's no games to play. What should I play? And then immediately to, there's so many fucking games to play. I need to stream every night this week. There's so much stuff I want to do. And it's just because I'm in the mode. I'm in the mood. You know, tomorrow I might want to, like tonight I loved playing Rainbow Six Siege and Escape from Tarkov. Tomorrow I might really want to play Stardew Valley. You know, like it changes. Because right now I might be like, oh, fucking Stardew Valley. I really need to play that tomorrow. But tomorrow I might want to play Rocket League, you know? Oh God, guys, I'm sorry. Like I said, we do want to bring on guests to the show. I'm not going to say who they are because we don't know who they are, to be honest. There are some people we have in mind. So let us take care of that, please. I know you guys have beautiful. I mean, you guys are welcome to drop recommendations of people you'd like to see on our podcast. Just know you might not be able to for own personal reasons or scheduling reasons, but more than happy to see at least what you guys can. You guys can say whatever the fuck you want in the comments, honestly. I mean, to a certain extent, say like fucking whatever, which is great because I know me and Mitch talk for like an hour and a half or an hour every episode. And then the first 15 minutes to say, hey, guys, leave in the comment what the name of your first pet rat was. And then 45 minutes in, we're like, hey, in the comments, can you guys write down what you guys use at the grocery store? And then an hour in, we say, hey, guys, leave in the comments what game you want to see us play. And it's like, you go through the comments and it's a fucking minefield of all these things. One of you could just write the word egg in a comment. I'd be like, where the fuck did I ask you to write egg? So there's the predicament with that. But not much else really going on, is it? It's kind of the boring part of the world. Like I said, I don't want to talk about politics, which is a problem because in the past week, if any of you guys don't know, a lot of shit with politics has been happening. But I want to talk about that because that is a one-sided / whatever the fuck like conversation you want to have, which I think is wise of me because excuse me, every podcast, every YouTube channel, you can always tell what their political views are. And I try to stay as neutral as possible on my appearance. So I don't identify with anyone. I don't, talk about my views on it just because it just starts fights, honestly. Yeah, you might talk to some people who genuinely know how to have a conversation. Like, it's funny you say that. However, now take this into effect. No one ever does that anymore. It's just arguing and nonsense. So no point doing that for me. Not even worth it. So I don't talk about that stuff. Is Among Us still doing well on YouTube and Twitch? I will say, at least in my inner bubble, it's kind of died off a little bit. I don't really know. I mean, no matter what, it's going to stay pretty popping. Oh, yeah, the new map's coming out soon. Oh, shit. I need to play VR again sometime soon. I haven't played my VR in forever, and I have a really nice VR headset, and it's just collecting dust right now. It's probably been about a month. It's nothing extreme, but I really do want to play it. I have everything hooked up for like no reason. But outside of that, really nothing else. Just kind of relaxing, working on content for the Numbnuts. I really do want to get Mitch to record. I say get Mitch, and I say this because he's the busiest one out of both of us because not only does he work part-time, but he works YouTube pretty much part-time, like hand in hand. So scheduling stuff is a little harder. But at some point, I do want to record some gaming content for the channel or just something in general. Me and Mitch play Minecraft, me and Mitch play Stardew Valley, anything like that. Just anything to shoot the shit. No series. I don't want to do series because God forbid. Me and Mitch have proven it is very hard for us to stay up on series. Okay, yawn. It's 1 a.m. So just at random shit. Someone that we have to catch up with. Or at least if it is a series, something we can let die for like a year. Like next week we could upload an episode saying, hey, then I'm nuts play Minecraft part 1. And then a year later it's part 2. And who cares? Because the world stays the same, we can keep going. Easy. Easy, easy. And plus, it's Minecraft. Timeless game. Timeless stuff to do. There's nothing that can erase Minecraft. That fucking what is it? Five Nights at Freddy's. I think they're making a movie. Did any of you? I don't know who you watched on YouTube, but my recommended page is just full of movie shit because for some reason I'm on a binge of watching movie clips, like random scenes from like Megamind, Superman movies, Batman, like just random movie scenes. I don't know why. It's just what I do. A new trailer dropped for it's something Wonderland, something like that. It's a movie starring Nicolas Cage, and he fights animatronics that come alive at night. Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds awfully familiar to Pac-Man. It's not Pac-Man the movie. I know it sounds really familiar, but it's not Pac-Man. But anyways, from the trailer, Nicolas Cage is his car breaks down, and a dude picks him up, and says, "Hey, I'm not gonna try and do a southern accent." Where he's like, "Hey, you, I'll fix your car if you come work at my fucking restaurant for a night. If you work at my restaurant for a night, I'll fix your car for free. We'll exchange services." And for some reason, Nicolas Cage doesn't talk at all, like at all. I think the entire movie, at least from the show in the trailer, he doesn't talk whatsoever. I think he grunts or yells a few times, but he doesn't talk. Um, but yeah, he goes through and he's just cleaning the entire restaurant. Um, and obviously there's these fucking animatronics, and they just keep staring at him and trying to kill him. But the weird thing is, like, Nicolas Cage doesn't give a shit. Like, I think one of the robots literally starts walking towards him, and he's just still cleaning the table, and then he takes a broomstick and just beats its head off, and then just goes right back to cleaning. Like, there's a lot you can pick up. And then there's these kids that come and say, "Hey, sir, you're in a bad place. They're gonna kill you." And he just doesn't give a shit. They're like, "Hey, dude, listen, we're trying to save your life. You're gonna die." And he just doesn't care. So I'm excited. I don't know if it comes out next month. So it's coming out in February. Like, real quick. We're already halfway through January. So I'm gonna yawn again. It's gonna be funny for you guys to listen to this at 9 a.m. And I'm yawning my ass off, and it's gonna make you guys tired, and I'm gonna win. But if you guys do have any game recommendations, please put them in the comments below. It could be anything from Minecraft, Portal, Rocket League, my asshole. It could honestly just be my asshole. That is some content that we can make as long as it is listed for educational purposes. Now, because like I said, it is only one half of the podcast today with it being me. I am exhausted because I have to edit this within an hour to upload it for you fucks to listen to it in the morning. You little dipshits. So I am sorry for cutting the episodes short. I know a lot of you do want to listen to the two of us. But please give Mitch time to heal, and I spend time with his family, so don't be mad at him. God forbid I'll beat your ass. Leave supportive words and like that for him to see. I do hope you guys enjoyed listening to this short little tidbit of an 8 episode of the Numbnuts podcast. A little quickie from me. Next week, of course, I think as long as everything goes right with scheduling and Mitch is back from visiting his family, will be a normal episode. And then I cannot guarantee it'll be episode 10, but just know sometime soon within the next handful of episodes, there will be special guests arriving. So look forward to that, because I especially do. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, nighttime, lunch, fucking brunch, breakfast, dinner, dessert. Stay safe and stay healthy during COVID. Please do. And we will see you guys next week. You have a great rest of your night, people. Bye-bye.